Hall of Fame induction ceremony. Now, most of this is going to come from the script, and you'll probably know that part from the part I'm ad-libbing. Hello, fellow barbecuers. Welcome to the Barbecue Hall of Fame ceremony. I'm Ray Lampe, 2014 Barbecue Hall of Fame inductee. I'm honored to be standing here before you this evening. Tonight we have a special opportunity as we will honor, recognize, and celebrate both the 2020 and the 2021 Barbecue Hall of Fame inductees. We'll begin tonight with the 2020 class, and then we're going to take a little break. You get a few awards, and then we're going to come back and take care of the 2021 class. We just don't want anybody to get cheated. Everybody get their fair shake. I'm going to start out quick with one special thing. We lost a good friend this year, a Barbecue Hall of Fame inductee. What I'd like it is a little higher if I could. Perfect, thank you. No, that's right on. We lost a good friend this year, a Barbecue Hall of Fame inductee. I think most of you know him. He's been a friend, mentor, and teacher to a lot of us, Mike Mills. And let's just stop for a second and think about Mike. All right, let's move on. We also got another special guest here this evening, not on the agenda. If you remember when me and Mr. Pat Burke were inducted in 2014, we also inducted Henry Perry. Henry Perry, one of the godfathers of Kansas City barbecue, but long since passed, and we couldn't find family members. And so Henry Perry's trophy's been sitting at the Barbecue Hall of Fame. Well, they found Henry Perry's granddaughters recently, and which is a really cool thing for all of us. So I just wanted to mention them and tell you, if you see them floating around here, welcome them to the barbecue family, because they don't really know that much about barbecue. And I don't think they realize how famous their grandfather was. So how about a round of applause for Henry Perry from 2014. We have found his family, and his trophy has been delivered. All right. The Barbecue Hall of Fame exists not only to recognize, document, and preserve the heritage of barbecue, but also to educate others by identifying and honoring its evolving history and traditions. Barbecue Hall of Fame also serves to promote and encourage the growth and public support of barbecue by providing official recognition, honoring those individuals who, by extraordinary achievement and service, have made an outstanding impact on the world of barbecue. Election into the Barbecue Hall of Fame at the American Royal is barbecue's top honor, and inductees are recognized for significant contributions to the community. Earlier this evening, our 2020 and 2021 Barbecue Hall of Fame inductees were honored in a private reception surrounded by fellow Hall of Famers, friends, and family. Sorry you weren't there. It was a good time, and there was an open bar. So that's a reason to aspire to the Hall of Fame. We'd like to thank our great friends at Yeti for being a presenting sponsor to the Barbecue Hall of Fame. Always big supporters of barbecue, and particularly the Hall of Fame. Thank you, Yeti. Dan's around here somewhere. Say hi to him if you see him. And the Hollywood Casino for serving as the official host of the exclusive Black Apron ceremony. Thank you both for teaming with us to recognize these incredible individuals. That's where the open bar was, so you know about that. Each year, we've had the privilege to induct 3 members into the Barbecue Hall of Fame. Beginning in 2020, the nominating committee added a secondary category to represent those who have paved the way for barbecue and have passed away. We now induct 3 living members and 2 legacy members each year into the Hall of Fame. Joining us on stage now is the 2020 class of inductees. These inductees have already received their awards and were toasted in a virtual Barbecue Hall of Fame induction ceremony last year. Via Zoom, we were on there, and you might have watched it. It was the best we could do, but we're glad to have them in here again today. Please see the screens for photos of these events from last year. I'm honored to be standing on the stage with these legends of barbecue. First, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the legacy inductees. You know, these are folks that I am on the nominating Hall of Fame committee, and we found that there are a lot of old-time barbecue folks that certainly deserve this honor, and we just don't know about them and think about them that much, so we created this category. First recipient of this is a fellow named James Lemon, restaurateur, chef, and pitmaster. James Lemons was the last of three brothers, Miles, Bruce, and James, who founded a legendary Lem's Barbecue on Chicago's South Side, which runs to this day as one of the most popular and successful black food businesses in Chicago. James Lemons helped create a regional style of barbecue in Chicago built on ribs, rib tips, and hot links as the central food, and the aquarium smoker glass pit as a unique tool. Coming from Indianola, Mississippi in the 40s, he joined his brothers and started a chain of barbecue stands, the original of which is still on 75th Street every day and busy every day. In 1954, two brothers, Bruce and Miles Lemons, had a dream for the future, a dream for hope, a dream of destiny. It was a dream of entrepreneurship. With this dream, they opened their first store on the south side of Chicago. Miles, a formal chef, created Lem's original barbecue sauce and its magical spices. Once people had a taste of the secret sauce, they kept coming back for that unique flavor. As a result, Lem's Barbecue House was a big success. After 14 successful years, the company decided to open another location. Miles and Bruce's idea of having a second location included their brother James, also a formal chef. In 1968, the second Lem's Barbecue House opened in historic Chatham neighborhood of Chicago. Representative James Lemons was unable to attend. Let's please take a moment and think about the accomplishments and applause for James Lemons. If you haven't been to Chicago and the Lem's Barbecue, next time you're there, go there. It's a classic old place, truly the originators of the traditional Chicago barbecue. Next up is a fellow named Warner Stamey, restaurateur and pitmaster. Born in 1911, the youngest of 11 children, Warner Stamey moved to Lexington, North Carolina to live with his older sister while he attended high school. While he was there, he hooked up with the ingenious barbecue men Jess Swicegood and Sid Weaver. They were selling pork out of tents across the street from the courthouse and taught Stamey everything there was to know about pit cooking barbecue. High school diploma, $350 later, Mr. Stamey moved back to Shelby, North Carolina, where he sold his own barbecue to growing crowds. Eventually, in 1938, he sold his operation and came back to Lexington, North Carolina. From that first restaurant grew several culinary ventures and barbecue innovations. Warner's barbecue pit designs and restaurant methods are still used by the best pitmasters and restaurateurs today. Warner was also the first to pair hush puppies with his pit-cooked pork, a staple of every Piedmont, North Carolina barbecue eatery. Warner Stamey is considered by many to be the godfather of Lexington, North Carolina-style barbecue. Did you hear that? The godfather of Lexington-style barbecue. In 1953, he opened his sixth restaurant in Greensboro, where the fourth generation of Stamey family continues his legacy and craft. We don't have a representative for Warner Stamey, I believe, right? Well, we congratulate him and we welcome him to the Barbecue Hall of Fame. Now we are to the three inductees from 2020 that joined us via Zoom, and we had a lot of fun. We're happy to have them re-honored here this year when we could all get back together. Aaron Franklin, restaurateur, celebrity, educator, media chef, author, pitmaster. Aaron's not able to join us this evening. Aaron's an Austin, Texas-based barbecue cook, grilling guy, restaurant owner, educator, and writer. Aaron is a self-taught barbecue expert who's quickly risen to be one of the most well-known pit bosses in the barbecue world. He never cuts corners on choosing quality meats and spending the time it really takes to make the best barbecue in the country. In 2015, Aaron won the coveted James Beard Award for Best Chef Southwest. He was the first barbecue guy to ever win a James Beard Award. Aaron's second book, Franklin Steak, showcases his deep love for steak by exploring dry aging, reverse searing, and other cooking methods. Aaron couldn't join us in person this year. However, we hope to have him join us and celebrate in the future. Congratulations, Aaron Franklin. Now let's get down to the folks that are sitting over there. That lovely lady over there with Joe flirting with her is Miss Desiree Robinson, restaurateur and pitmaster. Desiree and her late husband, Raymond Robinson, started Cozy Corner Restaurant in Memphis in August of 1977. Ray was to work the business, and Miss Desiree was going to work. Yeah, I think you got some fans here, ma'am. And she was going to work. He was the work of the business, and she worked at what was then South Central Bell to keep life afloat. I think all us restaurant guys can relate to that. She retired from AT&T in 1991, stayed in retirement until Ray's passing in February of 2001. At that time, she came in to run the business along with her children, Val and Ray Jr. After Ray Jr.'s passing, she and Val kept the business going until the grandkids got old enough to come in. Miss Desiree has been involved in all aspects of the business, but enjoyed cooking and talking with customers the most. She's now once again enjoying semi-retirement, only going in when she wants to. She knows the business in the good hands of her two grandsons, Bobby and Sean, and Val, her daughter, and the two granddaughters functioning in support roles. I don't know if you've ever been to Cozy Corner. You need to go there, too, because it's a great place, one of my favorites. And I am so happy to introduce Miss Desiree Robinson as a member of the Barbecue Hall of Fame.
Everybody doing fine? That barbecue smells good, doesn't it? Believe it or not, I started cooking for the family when I was a little girl, 8 years old. My mother started me to cooking when I was 8, not learning how to cook, but cook. I would have dinner ready at 5 o'clock. When they walked in from work, and they would sit down and eat. And it happened until I left to go to school, go to college. And I want you to know, it's done wonderful things for me throughout my lifetime. A lot of sweet things have happened simply because I knew simple stuff. Things that you learn when you wouldn't have learned it otherwise. And I'm just grateful for that, and I wanted to share that with you first. Got my family here with me. And I thank God for them because my husband and I, as a matter of fact, let me just say this. My husband was an excellent cook. There was nothing he couldn't cook, and when he cooked it, it was delicious. I found that out before I married him. Because I had a list of things he had to have if I was going to marry him. And that was one of them. He had to be a good cook because cooking is not easy, especially when you're going to do it every day. And he enjoyed it, y'all. And I'm so glad he did because I try to keep him happy. It's just a delight to be here today and see all of you. I thank you so much for all that you do. I appreciate you, and I want you to know that. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Desiree. I'm not even mad at you for spilling my White Claw back here. Hey, this is the American Royal, right? I could have a cocktail. I knew Joe was going to bring a beer. All right, thank you, Ms. Desiree. We really appreciate you. I seriously am a big fan and so happy. Our third inductee for the 2020 class is Joe Don Davidson. I guess I'll jump right to this. I'm going to tell you a little more in a minute, but Joe Don was the original barbecue rock star. You guys all think you're rock stars? You weren't here 30 years ago. Business, industry, restaurateur, humanitarian, pitmaster, and celebrity. I'm going to read you a little bit that they wrote about him, and then I'm going to speak from the hip for a minute. Joe Davidson, multi-decorated outdoor cooking world champion, has won over 300 state, regional, national, and international barbecue cooking titles. And we're talking serious stuff, folks. He won the Jack, he won the Royal. How many best sauce on the planets, Joe? Three. Because of his pure love for barbecue and everything it stands for, Joe will eagerly share his outdoor cooking expertise with anyone that's willing to listen to him. That's for sure. Currently, Oklahoma Joe's continues to give over $150,000 a year back to his community, including but not limited to high school organizations, United Way, student fundraising, ball teams, churches, and more. But that doesn't even start to tell the story about Joe Don Davidson. There's probably a lot of folks here that think Oklahoma Joe's is some made-up marketing kind of thing that was made up in an office in New York. That's not the case at all. Oklahoma Joe's, the brand, is having a big resurgence, and we're all happy to see that. But that's Oklahoma Joe. There is a guy, and that's him. And if you'd have showed up at the American Royal 30 years ago like I did, he was one of the stars of the circuit back then. Joe was the guy winning competitions. There was a lot of other folks winning too, but Joe was the guy. You know, I said this to Myron and Chris Lilly today earlier, both good friends of mine, and Chris, the three of us in particular, and a lot of other people, we get credited these days with being the guys that figured out how to take this barbecue competition thing and maybe parlay it into a career of some kind, make a few bucks at it. Well, we all agreed that Joe did it 20 years before we did. I mean, Joe was selling sauces and rubs at a high level. He was building cookers and selling those, shipping them around the world, teaching classes. He was doing all the things we all aspire to do way before the rest of us. You can tell I'm a big fan. I met Joe probably 30 years ago wandering around here with his apron tucked in his pants. He's also has a I was talking to Carolyn today to confirm that I was right about this. You know the quiet time rule, that you have to turn the music off at 11? That's the Joe Davidson rule. That Joe would come here, and you guys wouldn't like him today because he was a little louder than most of the cooks that compete these days. Joe would come in, rock the place, wake everybody up, make everybody mad, keep them up all night, get them drunk, and then win the contest the next day. And I could go on for a while, but I'll save some of those other stories for another time. But this is, I said this upstairs, and I'll say it again. If anybody here belongs in the Barbecue Hall of Fame, it's Joe Don Davidson. Congratulations, Joe. Baby, I just want you to know I still love you.
Okay, I'm going to keep this real short. Here's the deal, is that I love barbecue. And when I look at it, and thank you, Ray, for those kind compliments, I stand here as well and go, how in the world did I get here? Well, it was a wild barbecue trail throughout my life. I started when I was 25. I'm 59 now, and I still love it. And I haven't done a cook-off in 12 years. And I'm doing one today and tomorrow. And it just got my blood pumping like nothing else. So you barbecuers, you know what I'm talking about. You love to cook barbecue. I do too. And it's been so good to me and my family. And I will say that when I look about this crowd, I love most of you. I like a few of you. And some of you I downright don't like. But anyway, it's just... that's barbecue, you know. Anyway, thank you. It's been fun, a great ride. I hope it lasts a lot longer. And here's to smoke in your eyes. And if you're a barbecuer, you know what I mean.
Thank you, Joe. If you don't know Joe, go meet him later because you need to know him. That's our 2020 class. They received their trophies via all kind of different ways, and we had them actually inducted on Zoom, but we wanted to bring them back out and say hi to them in front of the crowd, and we all got back together. So thank you to the 2020 class. One last thank you to Yeti for being the presenting sponsor of the Hall of Fame and helping us recognize these true legends. We're going to take a little break. They're going to give you some awards, and then we'll come back with the 21 inductees. One last round of applause for these folks. Thank you.
language that we're speaking. Say it to me like of no retreat. Let's embrace the point of no retreat. Let's embrace the
Hello, barbecue teams. Are you guys ready for some awards tonight? That is right. Thank you so much for attending the American Royal. This is our 41st barbecue, and we are so glad, whether you've been with us 41 years or this is your first year, thank you so much for coming out and supporting us. Today we had a salute to service where we honored our veterans and our military and those people who fight for us and keep us safe. And so if you are one of the veterans, if you are in the military, please stand up so we can give you a proper thank you. Now I would ask everyone to stand up and join these heroes by singing the national anthem that will be performed by Dr. Thomas Irwin.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Nice work. He's a doctor and he's got those pipes. My gosh. Thank you, Dr. Irwin. All right, guys. Not only is this the world's largest barbecue contest, this is our largest fundraiser, and we just want to say thank you so much. All of the proceeds that we make this weekend go back to supporting our mission of youth and education in agriculture. So thank you so much for supporting the American Royal and being a part of our mission. Now, the barbecue community embodies everything that is good about America. It's good friends, good food, sometimes some good beer, and people doing good things for others. And that makes me want to draw attention to the people in the yellow vests that you have seen in carts helping you all weekend. We are a volunteer-driven organization, and those are all of our amazing volunteers. So please give them a round of applause. All right, guys, are you ready to get this award show on the road? All right, so we had this little thing that happened. It was called COVID, and so we were unable to have our barbecue last year, but that didn't stop us from hosting the 2020 sauce contests. So we are just going to go back and do a little bit of looking in the rearview mirror, because in the summer of 2020, we did host these contests, and those winners have been invited here today to be honored. Kick it off with the 2020 Rub Contest winners. I'm not 100% certain that they're joining us, but if they are, I invite you to come up on stage so we can all give you a round of applause. First place in the Rub Contest in hot was Smoky KC by Burt Finger Barbecue. I do believe the days are here, so come on up. And at the same time, the first place in the mild and named the 2020 Best Rub on the Planet was Season All Rub by Crawford's BBQ.
taste, taste.
so next on to the sauce. Again, we want to recognize those individuals who won. So we're going to ask you guys to come up on stage. We have trophies for the best sauce and the best rub on the doesn't mean we can't give a round of applause. As I see all the days coming up here, take your time. You guys are fine. It's a long walk. All right, so I'm going to go on to the sauce while all of those blonde days are coming to meet us on stage. We awarded first place in tomato hot to Patriot Sauce Spicy by Code 3 Spices. All of our winners received their ribbons in the mail, and the best sauce and rub will get it on stage. Our first place vinegar was Sucklebuster's Original Sauce. Our first place mild tomato, they already know they won, but they're coming up again. That's Smoky KC by Burger Barbecue. First place mustard was A Touch of Smoked Mustard by American Outdoor BBQ and More. Hi, guys. And first place in specialty and named the 2020 best sauce on the planet. The sauce that received the highest overall score was On the Bay Beast by Barbecue Beast LLC. Give them a round of applause, guys. We're going to get one more group picture. We got some people coming up. All right, guys, let's give one more round of applause to our 2020 winners and our rub and our sauce categories. Thank you so much. I forgot this little piece of business. You guys are going to come up on the right and off of my left. So thank you, guys. Sorry. Thanks, guys, so much. Congratulations. All right, so that gets us to 2021. And this past May, we hosted the 2021 Rub Contest that was presented by our friends at Old World Spices and Seasonings. And the winners were announced during National Barbecue Month. We would like to recognize first place in hot was Chipotle Seasoning Hot by Lubier Gourmet. And first place in mild and named Best Rub on the Planet, hailing from the Golden State, Holy Smoke Dry Rub Seasonings by Holy Smoke LLC. And to close out the 2021 National Barbecue Month was the sauce contest presented by Spicin' Pain is Good Barbecue Sauce. 5 categories of sauces were judged on appearance, taste alone, taste on meat, and texture. First place in tomato hot was Patriot Sauce by Code 3 Spices. First place in vinegar, Sweet and Tangy by Rob's Smoke and Rub. First place in specialty, Raspberry Chipotle by Rob's Smoke and Rub. First place mustard, Black and Gold by Spice Wine Ironworks. First place, mild tomato and the best sauce on the planet. Come join me on stage. Best sauce on the planet, Sticky Fix by Motley Q.
Trumpets blow.
Congratulations, Code 3 Spices. All right, this is where it gets really fun. Are you guys ready? At the American Royal, our mission is to impact the future of agriculture through scholarships, competitive learning, education, and agricultural events. Ladies and gentlemen, the future is about to join me on stage. The American Royal Kids Queue may possible by our official sponsor of Weber, is our mission in action. And it allows the next generation of pitmasters to practice, prepare, and compete. And what a setting to compete. We hope these juniors have a memory that lasts a lifetime. And we're excited to add a couple of amazing prizes to the loot these grand champions are taking home. Thank you to our amazing friends at Pit Boss Grills. Each grand champion will take home a Pit Boss 850 Pro Series. And the generosity of Snake River Farms, each grand champion is getting a gift card for $250. In addition, we will, from the American Royal, award cash prizes. So again, I need to give another shout out to our friends at Snake River Farms. Those 6, 7, 8, 9-year-olds, they were cooking some Wagyu, guys. They had the best protein out there. So thank you so much, Anella, and all of our friends at Snake River Farms. They're also going to get a great goodie bag and a lot of other great prizes, including our friends at Gunter Wilhelm have donated a gift certificate where you can grab some of your latest barbecue tools. And we're excited to team with Overhead Door to supply additional prizes to these junior pitmasters. So what I'm going to do is I want all of them to come up on stage so we can recognize all of these great little kiddos. So when I call your name, you guys come on up. We want you to come to this side. So look at my friends waving their arms. You come over here to this side and we'll go out that side. All right. Cooking in 6 to 10. When I call your name, come find us up here on stage. Ainsley Weichel. Alexis Garrett. Anakin Cross, Berkeley Joe Antonson, Blake Miller, Brooke Denny, Buddy Conrad, Charlie Murphy, Cheyenne Danley, Cole Jarvis, Cole Miller, Cooper Qualls, Eli Long, Gavin McLawn, Gemma Dubinsky, Hadley Johnston, Mr. Hank Day, Isaac Smith, Jackson Burke, Jacob Henry Long, James Garrison, run up here, Jax Ederer, Jackson Soares, Catherine Brigman, Laura Brigman, Liam Murphy, Lydia Hathaway, Maisie Dubinsky, Ms. Meredith Day, Micah Jarvis, Nathaniel Archer, Orlin Long, Peyton Martins, Reed Breeden, Ryan Bowman, Samaya Morphy, Sloan Bohannon, Tyler Hoisington, William Hillman, Willow Cox. If I happen to miss anybody from the ages of 6 to 10 that competed in the kids' queue, come on up, guys. I just heard one of the little guys say, another one made his way up here on stage, and he said, I'm out of breath. The other one goes, you'll get used to it. All right, we making our way up, guys? I don't want to miss anybody. Oh, we got one coming over here.
We might need to have the little ones in front. Tall
okay.
kids in back, little ones in front for the photo. So if you're over 3.5 feet tall.
Don't get too close.
Need some help.
Who thinks this is a pretty good-looking group of kiddos? All right, guys, so we all know each kid up here is already a winner. And before I read the top 3, please help me in showing these kiddos what we think of them. Congratulations, guys. Are you ready? All right. Okay. What's your name? Maisie just said she wants to know so bad. So Maisie, I'm going to announce the top 3 winners. But remember, everybody did so incredible. So it's time for me to announce the top 3 in this 6 to 10. Coming in 3rd place, Micah Jarvis. Micah, raise your hand. Woo! Yeah, there's Micah, guys. Yeah. All right, guys, coming in 2nd place, Charlie Murphy. All right, guys, it's time to name our grand champion of the 6 to 10-year-old kids queue. Remember, they cooked on those Webbers. They cooked some great Snake River Farms protein. And 1st place goes to Reed Breeden. Towards my friend John. Micah, Charlie, and Reed, keep us on stage.
Julio, get the stretch. Harlem, Hollywood, Jackson, Mississippi. If we show up, we gon' show up. Smoother than a fresh drop skipping. I'm too hot. Call the police and the firemen. I'm too hot. Like a dragon on the bridge. Bitch, say my name, you know who I am. I'm too hot. And my band about that money, break it down. Girl, said you hallelujah. Girl, said you hallelujah. Girl, said you hallelujah. 'Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. 'Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. 'Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Saturday night and we
champion Reed Breeden. Woo! Look at that one. All right, you guys, Reed set that bar really high when he won. He was flexing. He was enthusiastic. So everybody needs to be Reed when they win. All right, guys, now for the 11 through 15-year-old age division, which is now just for this year, 11 through 16. Because of the COVID year, we expanded it 1 year to give those kids an opportunity to compete in their final kids queue. So again, these kiddos were cooking on those Webbers and only the best protein from Snake River Farms. And so when I call your name, we're going to do the same thing. Everybody come up on stage over here where my friends are on this side. I'm going to call your name and then we'll announce some winners. All right, guys, our 11 to 16. Aiden Wagner, Emily Wong, Andrew Soares, Annabelle Hathaway, Broderick Anderson, Brody Daniel, Carter Smith, Clark Brigman, Cole Backerman, Dakota Danley, Elliot Hillman, Eva Masters, Evan Watkins, Emily with Foxhole BBQ. George Morphy. Grace Hathaway. Hannah Tinjum. Hunter Hoisington. Isabel Meyer. Joshua Victoriano. Camry Johnston. Catherine Merlack. Layan Shadley. Lily Bowman. Logan Lane. Michaela Howerton. Mackenzie Denny. Maya Watkins. Molly Leininger. Raul Morphy. Robbie Irwin. Tatum Shear. Taylor Shear. Zachary Wendell. And Zoe Dubensky. Come join me on stage, guys. So everybody show these guys a little barbecue love. All right, guys, here we go. Are we ready? Yeah? We ready? All right, so third place in the 11 through 16 A division of the American Royal 2021. Cole Backerman. Cole, come on up and stand on the 3, bud. Second place, Annabella Hathaway. Great job, Annabella. Okay, guys, are you ready? Remember about Reed. He really did a good job when he won, all right? So be like Reed. First place in the 11 through 16 2021 American Royal Kids Q, our grand champion, Broderick Antonson. Everyone give him a great round of applause. Your grand champion, you guys, is Broderick Antonson. picture of Broderick up here standing on his number 1. Last time, you guys, your grand champion, Broderick Anderson. All right, guys. So, once again, I want to welcome to the stage Barbecue Hall of Famer Ray Lampe, and also invite the 2021 Barbecue Hall of Fame class that was able to join us to the stage. If I'm not mistaken, that is Clint. Clint is representing Meathead Goldwyn. I think Lytle Bridges' daughter is here. And I believe Rodney Scott. Take a seat. All right, thanks.
Make my day. 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 Make my day.
Jerry from Arthur Bryant's is here as well.
The jam, pump it up while your feet are stumping. And the jam is bumping. Look ahead, the crowd is jumping. Pump it up a little more, get the party going on the dance floor. See, cause that's where the party's at, and you find out if you do that.
I'm back. Did you miss me? Good to see everybody again. This is the 2021 class of Hall of Fame inductees. This past May, during National Barbecue Month, we inducted 5 new members into the Barbecue Hall of Fame. Tonight, we'll honor these new inductees and present them with their Hall of Fame trophies. Starting with the legacy inductees. Lytle Bridges was born in 1916 and had a large family with 9 brothers and sisters. Lytle lost her father at the age of 8, finished the 3rd grade, quit school, and went on to work to help to support the family. She worked in a mill for several years until she met her soon-to-be husband, Elmer Bridges, also known as Red, on a blind date. They married in 1932, had a son who died at age 2, and later adopted daughter Deborah Jane Bridges. It had always been Red's dream to start his own restaurant, so him and Lytle opened Deadman's Livestock Barn in 1946. Red trained with Warner Stamey, who we inducted earlier tonight, considered the godfather of Lexington-style barbecue. Red and Lytle's restaurant moved several times until it settled into the longtime location on Highway 74 in Shelby, North Carolina, and changed the name to Red Bridges Barbecue Lodge. Red died in 1966 and left Lytle to run the business. She spent most of her days at Red Bridges Barbecue, perfecting the recipes that have made the restaurant a national standard for pork barbecue. Also known as Mama B, Lytle's considered to be by many the first female barbecue entrepreneur in North Carolina. She worked until she was 80 and died in 2008 at 91. She was a hardworking, serious, red-headed ball of fire, but a fun-loving woman. She knew the business inside and out, plus she had all her employees working with pride. She left the business to her daughter, Debbie, who's passing it on to her daughter Natalie and her son Chase, making it a rare example of a female-owned barbecue restaurant for 3 generations. We are honored to have Debbie, Lytle's daughter, here with us tonight. Congratulations, Lytle Bridges, on your induction into the Barbecue Hall of Fame. Miss Debbie, come on up and say a few words.
How y'all doing tonight? It's a great honor to be here. I've got my daughter and son with me, but they chose to stay in the audience with you. My mom was fabulous. She had a whole family of 20-something employees that she called her family. And all I can say is everybody keep the fires burning, and God bless you all.
Thank you, Miss Debbie. We are honored to have you join us today. Our next legacy inductee is a name some of you might know, Arthur Bryant from Kansas City, Missouri. When we talk about Kansas City legacy, I think we got one. Arthur came to Kansas City to visit his brother, Charlie Bryant, who was working for barbecue master Henry Perry. Remember Henry Perry? I mentioned to him earlier today. He's a 2014 inductee, and his granddaughters are here. Perry offered Arthur a job, and he settled in Kansas City in 1931. Charlie assumed control of the barbecue operation in 1940 when Perry died, and then Arthur took over in 1946 when Charlie retired. Once Arthur was running the operation, he added molasses to sweeten Perry's vinegar-based original recipe to the now legendary sauce and quoted, "I make it so you can put it on bread and eat it." I think we all aspire to have our barbecue sauce be like that. Now named Arthur Bryant's, the restaurant's popularity grew when Arthur moved it to its current location, just blocks from Municipal Stadium, which was the home of the Kansas City Blues and then the Kansas City Athletics. It was also the first home of the Kansas City Chiefs. I had a feeling I might stop for that. As the fan base for the teams grew and visiting teams and VIPs passed through our city, passion for Arthur Bryant's barbecue continued to skyrocket. Then renowned New York author Calvin Trillin declared in Playboy magazine famously, "The single best restaurant in the world is Arthur Bryant's Barbecue at 18th and Brooklyn in Kansas City." Pretty famous Kansas City stuff right there. Arthur Bryant passed away at the age of 80 in 1982, but his legacy remains. The restaurant stays true to the Bryant's values with unpretentious decor, fluorescent lighting, and big 5-gallon glass jars, which you can still see displayed in the restaurant's window, that Arthur used to mix and store his sauce in the beginning. Congratulations to Arthur Bryant on his induction into the Barbecue Hall of Fame. Jerry from Arthur Bryant's Restaurant is here to receive the award.
Thank you. I'm sure they showed a picture of Arthur Bryant, and I'm not a direct descendant, but it's a privilege to be a part of the Arthur Bryant legacy, to be a part of a community who serves others, either in their own units, multi-units, or people like yourself who just cook in your backyard and serve your neighbors. It's a privilege to be a part of this very, very special community, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Jerry. Great to have you here. Legacy category is a new thing this year, and we're really excited about that. It clearly, these are deserving Hall of Fame members. And in my opinion, it's like a way to sneak a couple more in because there's so many deserving candidates out there. Next up is a name. It's kind of interesting that this name comes up right after Arthur Bryant's. Ollie Gates. from Kansas City, Missouri. Restaurateur, humanitarian, and celebrity. I think we can all agree that Gates is a pretty famous Kansas City barbecue name as well. Ollie Walter Gates was born in Kansas City, Missouri to George and Arzella Gates in 1931. After years of school and joining the Army, Ollie came back to Kansas City and went into the family business at Gates Old Kentucky Barbecue. The decision in 1956 to build the first ground-up restaurant, Gates & Sons Barbecue, heralded the beginning of Gates' barbecue industry, which exists today. After his father died in 1960, he opened a jazz club named OG's on 31st Street and a Gates barbecue restaurant nearby. Focusing on the restaurant and closing the jazz club, he soon opened Gates & Sons Restaurant in 1970. Mr. Gates continued to expand the business and emphasize a quality product, serving the food in a pleasant atmosphere and closely supervising the details of how the Gates restaurants would be run. Gates Barbecue now has 5 locations, 200 employees, and a state-of-the-art training facility known as Rib Tech. He may not have invented Kansas City barbecue, but Ollie Gates is a major reason why it is renowned across the globe. Mr. Gates is very involved in community activities and has been recognized many times for business accomplishments, volunteering for special jobs and services, and philanthropy. Mr. Gates has a tremendous impact on the barbecue community, staying true to the process of authentic barbecuing and being able to serve people who love the bones of barbecue. Hi, may I help you? Is the greeting every customer receives at a Gates barbecue location in Kansas City that they hear when they walk through the door. The experience is required to get a true sense of Kansas City barbecue. Congratulations to Ollie Gates and the Gates family. They don't have a representative here to join us today, but we'll make sure to get them their award. Next up are our 3 inductees for 2021. First up is Meathead Goldwyn, Chicago, Illinois, media, pitmaster, author, educator, journalist. In 2016, Meathead reached over 15 million people with respectable barbecue and grilling information from AmazingRibs.com, making it one of the most popular barbecue and grilling resources. His book, Meathead, The Science of Great Barbecue and Grilling, released in 2016, made the New York Times bestseller list, along with the top 10 lists at Amazon, BBC, Chicago Tribune, Wired, and Epicurious. His website, AmazingRibs.com, has been nominated for an IACP Digital Media Award. Meathead first learned to grill from his father, a food technologist, and would often work the grill at the family restaurant, the Old. He would later venture into barbecue in college at the University of Florida in Gainesville, learning on an in-ground pit and a cinder block. Along with his team, Meathead has explained how grilling and barbecue work from a scientific standpoint to an audience in the millions. He was the first to explain the stall, the complete science behind the smoke ring, as well as create an innovative curing calculator, salt conversion calculator, and he has debunked numerous old husband's tales surrounding barbecue. Meathead was unable to join us tonight, but I'd like to present his award to his colleague, Clint Cantwell. Congratulations, Meathead. Clint, I trust you will get him his award.
Thank you, Ray. Yes, as Ray said, Meathead really wished he could be here today, but you have to deal with me instead. You know, I'm up here with all these luminaries. I kind of feel like when you have all your family together for the perfect photo, and then somebody photobombs it. That's me. But Meathead is tremendously honored to receive this award and to be recognized for everything that he's done. When he launched the site in 2005, I'm sure that he had no idea that 16 years later, he'd be joining all of these great names in barbecue in the Hall of Fame. Thank you to the committee that nominated him, to the entire Hall of Fame group, and to these fine people up here and all you fine people out there that we like to call our barbecue family. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Clint. Congratulations, Meathead. I'm almost done. In case you guys are getting tired of me, I'm almost out of here. We have one more very worthy inductee into the Barbecue Hall of Fame for 2021, Rodney Scott, Charleston, South Carolina, restaurateur, pitmaster, and celebrity. Rodney Scott has been cooking whole hog barbecue over wood coals burned down from hard wood since he was in middle school. For 25 years, he worked with his family in their BBQ stop in Hemingway, South Carolina, until 2017, when he partnered to open Rodney Scott's Barbecue in the north central neighborhood of Charleston, South Carolina. In the very first year of operation, the restaurant was named one of the 50 best new restaurants by Bon Appetit magazine. And in 2018, Rodney Scott was awarded the James Beard Foundation's Award for Outstanding Chef Southeast, the second barbecue guy ever to win a James Beard Award. That's a big deal. In 2019, Rodney Scott's Barbecue opened a second location in Birmingham, bringing whole hog South Carolina-style barbecue to a different part of the South, with plans for a second Birmingham restaurant and an Atlanta, Georgia location scheduled to open in the summer of 2021. When Rodney comes up here, he can update us on that situation. Rodney's hard work, friendly manner, and respect from his peers has offered Rodney many opportunities to travel around the world and cook along chefs and pitmasters in New York City, Belize, Uruguay, France, and Australia. He's been featured on popular television shows with the likes of Andrew Zimmern and Anthony Bourdain. In 2020, Netflix featured Rodney in an episode of their acclaimed series, Chef's Table, and he's just written his first book, Rodney Scott's World of Barbecue. Rodney Scott has elevated the platform of whole hog barbecue onto an international stage. When the public thinks of whole hog barbecue, especially South Carolina, Rodney Scott is always in the conversation of lists. In addition to serving outstanding food, Rodney Scott's whole hog barbecue is committed to passing on the enjoyment, education, and tradition of whole hog barbecue to new generations. I was proud to meet Rodney today. I've never met him before. It's an honor. Rodney, congratulations on your induction into Barbecue Hall of Fame.
Wow. First of all, it's an honor to be here. It's an honor to be recognized. We all know that a lot of other concepts don't take barbecue seriously, but we're for real. And I'm an example of that, and hopefully that you guys understand too that you are taken seriously by the great people here, myself, and so many others. I'm just humbled to be a part of this Hall of Fame. Grateful to be here in Kansas City. Thank everybody. There are no words. Just keep on cooking, and hopefully that Beard Award will be passed out to one of you next. Thank you.
Thank you, Rodney. Really appreciate that. Who's going to get the next James Beard Award? What a comment. You know, I think we've covered a lot of gamut, a lot of country tonight, a lot of gamut. We've covered every corner of the barbecue world. We've been in North Carolina, South Carolina, all over Kansas City. This has been a fun day with a lot of really great inductees into the Barbecue Hall of Fame. Congratulations to everybody. Thanks again to Yeti and Hollywood Casino for helping us out. That's it. Let's give one last round of applause for both the 2020 and 2021 Barbecue Hall of Fame.
All right, guys. It is now the 2021 American Royal Invitational results. And to make sure we recognize how big of a deal it is placing in the contest, we're going to call top 20. So you're going to see numbers on the ground if you're lucky enough to walk on up. Find your number, and one of our team members will give you your ribbon. So you guys, these are the best of the best cooks. We are going to start with invitational chicken. Top 20, guys. Here we go. Number 20 in chicken, Uncle Bub's BBQ. $19, Getting Basted. $18th in chicken, Bushmaster BBQ. Taking home number 17, 3-in-1 When I call your name, please come up and find your number. And that includes number 16 in chicken, which is Smoking Butt Heads. $15, Fire Dancer BBQ. $14th in chicken in the American Royal Invitational, Sin Circle BBQ. $13th, Janky Leg BBQ. Oh, Janky Leg, I like the enthusiasm. All right, number 12 in chicken, Slaps BBQ. Come on down, number 11, the BBQ Bus. Taking 10th in chicken, Smokin' Peppers. 9, Chunky BBQ. 8th in chicken, come on down, Pits and Grills. Number 7, Man Meat BBQ. Lots of fans for Man Meat. Number 6, Road Hog BBQ. Taking home 5th in chicken in the American Royal Invitational 2021, Carol Lou's Smokehouse. 4th place, Shake and Bake BBQ. So top 3 are going to join me on stage. Remember, come up on this side. Come down on this side. And you guys kind of perfected some of your skills over pandemic because we have 180s for all the top 3. 3rd in chicken, American Royal Invitational, Q-Nut BBQ. Come on up on stage, Q-Nut. Taking home 2nd in chicken, American Royal Invitational 2021, Chicken Fried BBQ. We like that enthusiasm back there, guys. That's for Chicken Fried BBQ. All right, guys. Taking home first, joining us center stage at the 2021 American Royal Invitational Chicken, Smoking OCD. Crispy Chicken Fried making their way up to take that second place. You guys, we got Chicken Fried coming up here. Give them another round of applause for taking home second in chicken. You guys, give it up for Smoking OCD, taking home first in chicken. All right, guys, if we can just get Smoking OCD to stay. Here we go. Yeah. Megan. Here we go. Your first place chicken, guys. Smoking OCD. All right. Good job, guys. Woo! All right, guys. Who's ready to talk about some pork ribs? So we are really, really grateful for an incredible partnership with Prairie Fresh, and they are sponsoring tonight's pork ribs at the 2021 American Royal Invitational. So thank you, Prairie Fresh. And we're going to call out starting at number 20. So come on down, meet Rushmore BBQ. Taking home number 19 in ribs, Double Barrel BBQ. $18, Bushmaster BBQ. At the American Royal 2021 Invitational Ribs, sponsored by Prairie Fresh, and number 17, we have Cannonball Express BBQ. $16, come on down, Chunky BBQ. All right, guys, your number 15th placing in Prairie Fresh Ribs, Porky Butts BBQ. Taking home 14, YSB BBQ. Taking home 13, meet us in front of the stage, Twisted Pear BBQ. Prairie Fresh Ribs at the 2021 Invitational, Who Dat BBQ. Bringing home that 11th ribbon, Big Papa Smokers. Number 10, Elite BBQ Smokers. Come down and find number 9 if you are Sin Circle BBQ. American Royal 2021 Invitational by Prairie Fresh number 8, we have Drop the Mic BBQ. Taking home 7th, The Real Smokin' Aces. All right, number 6. Welcome to the stage, Wags Backwoods BBQ. Number 5, come on down, Smoke Central BBQ. Number 4, you're still going in front of the stage, but you got a 180 in the Prairie Fresh Ribs Invitational, LC BBQ. So we're going to keep those 180s going. Join us on stage here because you just took 3rd place at the 2021 American Royal Invitational Ribs category by Prairie Fresh, and 3rd place goes to Triple H BBQ. So joining them up on stage and taking 2nd in ribs, give it up for Rio Valley Meat BBQ. All right, guys, so we're down to number 1. Again, thank you to Prairie Fresh for sponsoring these ribs and the Invitational American Royal. Number 1, Smoke This BBQ, Missouri. Smoke This. Come on up. Love This Walk, Smoke This BBQ Mo. Hey guys, here come your first place in ribs, sponsored by Prairie Fresh. Smoke This BBQ Mo.
Bow to the king.
talk some more pork. All right, so now we're going to go top 20 in the pork category, the 2021 American Royal Invitational. This one by our friends at Smithfield. So number 20, Hot Wachulas. Number 19 in the Smithfield Invitational at the American Royal in Pork, Smoke Me Silly. Come find number 18 if you are smoking peppers. All right, bringing home number 17 in the pork category, sponsored by Smithfield, Meat Rushmore BBQ. Come on down, number 16, Mulkey's BBQ. Bringing home 15, Keep Calm and Sauce On. Bringing home number 14 in the pork category of the Invitational at the American Royal, In the Red Zone BBQ. Taking home number 13, Local Yokels BBQ. Thanks to our friends at Smithfield, number 12 goes to Good Smoke BBQ. Number 11, Pits and Grills. Taking home 10th place in the 2021 American Royal Invitational Pork, Code 3 Spices. Taking home number 9 in Smithfield Pork, Janky Leg BBQ. Number 8 at the American Royal Invitational Pork by Smithfield is Crossed Rifles BBQ. I hope we get that much enthusiasm from number 7, Lobo's Den BBQ Company. Getting that ribbon that says 6th place at the 2021 American Royal Invitational Pork, Shake and Bake BBQ. Taking home 5th, Pork by Smithfield. Taking home 5th place, Triple H BBQ. All right, guys, that 4th place ribbon, come in front of the stage if you are Scooters BBQ. Taking 3rd place in the pork category of the 2021 American Royal Invitational, sponsored by Smithfield, and going to join us here on stage on that number 3 is YSB BBQ. Congratulations, YSB. Coming to join us on stage to stand on the number 2, Porky Butts BBQ. And coming in first in pork, 2021 American Royal Invitational. Pork category by Smithfield. Number 1 is Gettin' Sauced.
Everybody put your hands in the air. 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 Now everybody put your hands in the air. 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 All right.
Hey, you guys, give it up for all these pork winners.
It's the kind of beat that go.
All right, guys. Who's ready for a little bit of brisket? Okay, you guys know the drill. We're going to start at 20. Come and join me in front of the stage. B-Mac and BBQ. Taking home number 19 in brisket. 3 and 1 you. I think you guys can be a little louder for that. How about number 18? Divine Swine. (2021) number 17 American Royal Brisket. The Boys in Q. Number 16, Iowa Smokey D's BBQ. Bringing home number 15, 1-2 BBQ. Number 14, Hog Hammer BBQ. Number 13 in brisket at the American Royal Invitational is Smokey and his Bandits. Those bandits are excited. Taking home 12th in brisket at the American Royal Invitational, Boom Chicka Cow Cow. Come on down, number 11, and that's Triple H BBQ. Number 10 in brisket, smoking OCD. Come on down, number 9, and that's hot wachulas. Number 8 in brisket at the American Royal Invitational is Carol Lou's Smokehouse. Join us in front of the stage and collect your 7th place ribbon if you are piglytically incorrect BBQ. Number 6, Razor Racks. All right, number 5 in the American Royal Invitational in the brisket, the American Dream Barbecue Team. Come on down, number 4, and that's going to be Wolf's Revenge BBQ. So joining me on stage to stand on that number 3 for the American Royal Invitational brisket, Who Cares BBQ? Taking home second, come on down, Texas Smoke Whisper. It's a 180, guys. All right, guys, we're ready for our first place in brisket at the 2021 American Royal Invitational. Your first place winner in brisket, Fat Boys BBQ, Temple, Texas. Give it up for Fat Boys, guys.
Load up on guns, bring your friends, fun to lose and to pretend. She's overboard and self-assured. No, the dirty way.
Give it up for your winners of brisket, guys. All right, guys, well, we're getting ready to announce the overall winners. But I just want to tell you that after this, if you're looking for something to do, you can continue your party up at Hollywood Casino. This guy who sings this song, his name is George Berge. He's going to be up there performing, so don't miss that. If you guys are looking for another place to go, join us on the hill up at Hollywood Casino for a great concert. But before you guys can go up to Hollywood, we're going to announce the top 15 of the overall of the 2021 American Royal Invitational. Come on up, number 15. 3-in-1 All right, guys, number 14. And the Invitational, this is a really big deal. There's a couple good cooks that cook in this contest. And number 14, Politically Incorrect BBQ. Number 13 overall, the American Dream BBQ team. All right, guys. Overall, number 12, LC BBQ. Something more. Number 11, Come On Down Shake and Bake BBQ. Taking home 10th at the American Royal Invitational, Hot Wachulas. Number 9, Who Cares BBQ. Okay, guys, so we're getting to the top 8, and I just have to say that the top 8 were all over 700 points. That is some good smoking, guys. Taking home 8th in the American Royal Invitational, Getting Basted. Seventh place, come and see us in front of the stage if you are Fat Boys BBQ, Temple, Texas. Okay. All right, guys, we're down to number 6. Come on down, Carol Lou's Smokehouse. So now we're going to talk about who's taken home 5th, which is actually 4th runner-up at the American Royal Invitational. $750. If you are Getting Sauced. So Getting Sauced, come on up on stage for a second so we can get your picture with this obscenely large check. Taking home 4th in the American Royal Invitational overall. Come meet us on stage. Boom Chicka Cow Cow. You guys, Getting Sauced is up here with the chairman of the American Royal Board, Mr. Gordon Lansford. Congratulations. All right, I think we're to number 3, right? This is second runner-up. Going to take home at least $2,500. 3rd place at the American Royal Invitational, YSB BBQ. Join us on stage, YSB. You better believe we want Boom Chicka Cow Cow up here. We got to get your picture. Here's Boom Chicka Cow Cow, guys. This is your third runner-up right here with the killer dance moves. Oh, yeah! Okay, guys, YSB's coming up. They took home third. You guys, this is YSB BBQ who just took home third in the American Royal Invitational. You guys want to know who took home second? You guys want to know who the reserve grand champion is of the 2021 American Royal Invitational? Winning over $5,000, a personalized, gorgeous Yeti cooler, and a custom American Royal trophy. Sin Circle BBQ. You guys, here comes Sin Circle BBQ, your reserve grand champion of the American Royal Invitational. Sin Circle, guys! Sin Circle, your reserve grand champion! Here we go. All right, guys, we're going to clear off these incredible winners so we can name our grand champion of the 2021 American Royal Invitational. Because that Yeti cooler looks so good. Let's get one more picture of it. You guys, this is your reserve grand champion, Sin Circle BBQ. All right, guys, the moment we've all been waiting for. Here we go. the 2021 American Royal Invitational Grand Champion, winning over $10,000, a personalized Yeti cooler, an incredible Gunter Wilhelm custom knife, and a beautiful American Royal trophy with a score of 708.5372. Triple H BBQ. Come on down, Triple H. Our 2021 Grand Champion of the American Royal Invitational. Here comes Triple H, guys, your 2021 American Royal Invitational Grand Champions.
Hands up. Twerk it down. Hands up. Twerk it, twerk it, twerk it, twerk it, twerk it, twerk it, twerk it down. Hands up. Twerk it down. Hands up. Twerk it down. Hands up. Twerk it down. Twerk it, twerk it, twerk it, twerk it, twerk it, twerk it, twerk it down. Stand up, let me hear you stand up. 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 Set it off, let me hear you stand up. Set it off, let me hear you stand up. Set it off, let me hear you stand up. Set it off, let me hear you stand up.
Fucking awesome.
Stand up. Set it off. Let's go. Stand up. Set it off. DJ Bubba. And they say there, and they say yeah, and they say there.
Your 2021 Invitational Grand